Hey guys, welcome back. Let's continue with the second floor. Let's set up some layers first. We can use the same trick as before with the first floor. Simply copy the layer over and we'll have all the sublayers, names and colors set up. Let's name this one 02. Now, let's start with our floor outlines. Make sure your outline layer is the current one. And let's switch only on the second floor picture frame. Let's start again from the top left corner and work our way clockwards until we reach our initial start point again. Use the grid and smart track for the zigzag part in the beginning. After the kink, stop your line a little short of the corner. We'll use a fillet again here. Let's draw a small line piece here and let's start it a little short of both ends where the curvilinear part starts. And let's use a fillet of 5 meters here and make sure join is set to yes from the options. Alright, for the bottom curvy part, let's draw again a control point curve and let's use the outline from the previous level to guide us. Let's stop it again, where the straight part starts. Now for the straight part. Use the outline from the first level and simply follow it. Stop a little shy of the point where it bends out. We'll use a fillet again here. So let's draw a small line piece here and stop it again a little short of the next corner. So next line piece, start a polyline a little off the corner and continue along the wall from the first floor and stop it again a little shy of the corner. Now draw that little line piece between the corners that bulges out. Draw a line piece on the outline from the first floor using the near snap. The length doesn't matter. We'll use fillets for all these line pieces we just drew to connect them into one single curve. One line piece missing. Let's use our initial start point to start our line and let's use the picture frame to trace over the outline. Alright, the only thing missing is using fillets to connect all the pieces. It's a little bit of a trial and error finding the right radius as they're all different. If you mess up, simply hit Ctrl Z and try a different radius. It's quite fast. Now finally, let's make sure it is a closed curve. If not, simply join the line pieces together. Cool. So there's this floor outline on the left that's missing. Let's start at the top left again and work our way clockwise until we close the shape. So the first part is a simple line piece. We can use a polyline for this one. Use the first floor outline to find your start point. For the next part, let's use a control point curve. We can simply trace over the picture frame here until we reach the bottom. From here onwards, let's start another control point curve. And let's use the floor outline from the first floor to find the extension of the floor outline using Smart Track to find the endpoint. Now just one line piece missing. Simply start this line piece from the end of the line we just drew and end it at the point we started. One thing missing, and that's joining the line piece together into one closed curve. Alright, those were the outlines. Let's continue with the walls, and let's use the same method as we used before by copying the walls from the previous floor and modify those. Let's make our wall layer the current one, and let's select the walls from the first floor. When you've selected all of them, go to the walls layer, the current one, right click and select Copy Objects to Layer. Great. Let's start with the core on the top. The core is a little bigger than the floor below, but there are some walls that overlap. We can use those. Let's delete the inner line, and let's split up the right line piece using the Split with Point option. Delete the line as you won't be needing it. Let's turn its control points on and let's adjust it using the underlying picture frame. The only line we need to draw is the curved end on one side. Let's draw a simple polyline and let's use the blend curve command for a change to draw the curved part. Let's pick tangency for both ends in the option window and let's adjust the control handles to get the shape right. The only thing missing is joining the lines together and offsetting them. Let's use 50 centimeters again as the offset distance. Alright, let's focus on the wall from the auditorium. Let's split it in two parts and delete the part we don't need using the split command with the point option. Split the line on the outside and let's use the grid intersection for splitting on the left side. Let's draw a small horizontal line on the grid axis. Now let's draw the walls of the core next to the auditorium. We can use a simple rectangle for this one. Simply trace over the picture frame and use the grid line to snap to. The only thing missing is to offset both lines using 50 cm as the distance. Alright, cool. Only one outline missing, and that is the one on the left. We can use our floor outline for this one partially. Let's select the floor line and copy it to the walls layer. Now let's split it on both sides using the picture frame for the position and the split command again. There is a command called continue curve, which allows you to continue an existing curve from one end you choose. This will save us the step of later joining the two curves together, and it also prevents us from having a kink if we would have drawn a new control point curve. Let's continue drawing the columns. We can simply copy them over from the previous floor. We can delete this column as it doesn't support a floor. The floor tapers up at this point, as we will see later on. Let's select this row of columns and let's copy it down, as it appears there are two rows of columns there according to the picture frame. So the rest of the floors are basically drawn the same way using the techniques we've been using. They're included in a 3D model that belongs to this chapter. Let's continue in the next chapter by moving the 2D lines to the right height using the picture frame sections.